We are taking a look over downtown Seattle on this gorgeous summer day. The weather sure is heating up nicely. And while we, of course, love the sunshine, no one loves a makeup meltdown. Beauty YouTuber Jodi Mannes is here with her top tips and product picks to keep you looking fresh and flawless. We need this going into the summer months. Hello, hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm so great. You're looking beautiful as always.
Well, thank you.
I love when you're here because you're telling us all the tips for summer. So we're starting off strong with tip number one, right?
Tip number one, of course, before any of this is have your sunscreen on.
Yes.
But we're assuming you already know all that, so we're going to dive into the extra tips.
Okay, and then it's primer, right?
Primer. Now, not just any primer when it comes to melt proofing your makeup. You want to start with a grip primer. Think of it as air conditioning for your face. And
I like that.
You'll notice it's a little thicker of a grip or of a primer. And you want to put it wherever you feel like you get more oil breakthrough. Now, this is good if you're going to be at a beach party, if you're going to be at a pool party, if you just have to go to meeting to meeting. Don't skip this. Prime aggressively. Prime.
So nice too. And you have two options. I know the e.l.f. brand is a little less expensive, right?
Yeah, and they both work about the same. It just depends on where you are, which product they have. But again, the most important thing is not just a mattifying primer. You want a grip primer. That's the key when it comes to priming in this heat.
This feels amazing on your skin. It's so light and it just feels like it's hydrating. Like I love that like little dewy glow. Primer's supposed to go everywhere too on your face that you're going to put makeup, right?
Unless if you are a T-zone person like I am, if you're already dry through here and you don't really break through, then just put it where you tend to be more oily. Pro tip with grip primer is put it all over. Allow it to sit into your skin for 60 seconds before you go into your foundation. So that's a pro tip.
And speaking of, swap your heavy foundation for a tinted one, right?
Yes, and you know, I love full coverage foundation, so this is a hard one for me, but that thicker foundation really does sit on your face and get a little cakey, and if you're sweating, it just can be a slippery, muddy mess. We've all had those days. So opt for a tinted moisturizer. It's a thinner formula, but if you still like a full coverage, then there is one by It Cosmetics. It's a tinted moisturizer with your SPF, and it's good coverage. If you want a little bit lighter coverage, maybe something medium, I like this one by Bare Minerals. It's a complexion rescue.
Okay, I'm grabbing both of those.
Yeah,
right
so
after
start
this.
with your grip primer and then a little bit of this, and you can stop there with a no makeup look.
Yeah.
Or if you're like me, you like a little more full glam, then we'll just keep on moving down the line.
And you know, I love that too. Okay, moving right along to this one, set strategically. What do you mean by this?
Okay, so a good setting powder. This is one of my favorite. In fact, I asked my YouTube community, what powder do you guys like? And this one was overwhelmingly
that was the winner?
So they really love this one. So what I mean by set strategically is set where you find that you break out from an oil perspective. Really, really light on your brush. I won't put it on you.
You can.
Yeah, okay, so where do you kind of get shiny?
I would say the T-zone as well, like around like my,
So you see there's just a little bit on the brush. You just want to pat in where you feel like you're going to break through oil. And most people with the T-zone, it's your forehead. It's a little bit on the sides of your nose. And just like that, it takes the shine away and locks in your makeup. Step 1 and 2, and then step 3, you are locked and loaded.
I'm locked and ready to go. Jodi, I could have had you do my makeup this whole rest of this time. Like, it really was. I was like, I'm falling asleep right now. I love it. Okay, and so that's the setting, and what are the,
These are both setting, and the reason I have a couple options is because one of the reasons I like this brand is there are multiple shades. So depending on your shade tone, your skin tone, there is a powder shade for your skin tone. So you don't have to use translucent, and Maybelline does a really nice job of having a wide range in their shades.
Gosh,
so you can really find one that matches for your skin complexion.
That is amazing. This one, I really love your tip here because you've heard of cream blush, you've heard of like, you know, the powder, but you have a tip to use both, right?
Yes, if you want your makeup to last, whether it's again all day or all night, use both. Use your cream first. And I love these little ones by e.l.f. They're very pigmented. So you just add a little bit of cream blush. We'll just do it on the back of my hand.
Yeah, so a little is going a long way.
A little goes a long way, especially with these ones by e.l.f. because they are so pigmented. But you're going to put this on your cheek, and then you're going to grab a powder blush. The key here is to make sure that it's in the same tone. So you don't want warm tone, cool tone. But these are both more neutral to cool. Take your blush. This one I love by NYX because it is a highlighter blush, so you get color and highlight. but lock in that blush color with a little bit of blush powder, and your blush is locked in all day.
The cream.
First the cream.
And then the powder to lock it in.
To lock it in, yep.
And try and use similar like tones. Undertones.
Yep.
Would you, with your blush, are you using your finger with like a cream, like with something like that? It kind of depends on, I guess, if you're on the go or a brush.
Yeah, it does depend, but liquid and cream blushes, I never apply directly on my face. I always put them on the back of my hand, and then I'll pick up my brush, dab it, and put it here. The finished look is just so much more elevated than when you just put it directly on your face. And it's a hard habit to break, but once you stop doing that, you'll really like the way your blush goes on. So always apply a cream or liquid back of your hand, pick it up with a brush, and even a powder brush like this is fine.
Okay.
Put it on here, and then you can just dab it, and you get that really pretty diffused look from within versus that streak of blush. It gives you more of a flush color to your cheeks versus a blush color.
Like, we're not giving clown today, we're giving...
There you go, clown.
Oh my
no time for clown. Not under my watch. There'll be no clown blushes.
And your last tip, setting spray, and you have a lot of different options here, so I want to get to all of them.
The thing with setting sprays is you have to finish with a setting spray in order for these tips to really lock in your look. But when it comes to setting spray, think about what you want your final look to be. There's one that has a natural finish if you want sort of that natural glow. This one also by Milani has a matte finish. Some people like more of a matte finish to their look. And then there's also one that contains an SPF. So if you have if you forgot by accident your SPF, throw that one on so you've got some coverage for the day.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, we're gonna give a little spritz and then we're gonna go to break. Thank you so much, Jodi, for being here.